Welcome back, everybody. If you are a longtime viewer here on the channel, well, you know that I am quite partial to Thundereggs, and I have some Thundereggs right here, which are definitely on the smaller side. These are Thundereggs that I collected from the lily pad location up in central Washington State, and well, I got about 30 of them here. I have really enjoyed these. Just about all of them are really good and high quality Thundereggs, albeit small. And, you know, the problem with them, though, has been, what do you do with them after the fact? You know, it's one thing when you have a big whopper baseball grapefruit sized Thunderegg to display that once it's all cut and polished. These are a little more challenging. However, I have something new out here in the shop that will be able to take care of that. And so, but first, we got to give these things a cut. I got 30 of them here, maybe about 4 of them I mean, not cut, and we'll just grind a window into them. But let's start cutting. Since I'm cutting something very, very small, my blade of choice is this. This is, can you hear that? Yeah, this is the very cheap metric Jingling blade that you can pick up off of Amazon, and it is like it's like extremely thin and very cheap, 19 bucks. So that's what I'm going to be using today, and I think this is also extra good for this application with its swooped cutting. It'll be like, wait, yeah, it's swooped, cutting in that direction. Notches. It'll be quite quick. It'll be make short work of these little tiny Thundereggs. So it's a pretty good blade. It's not a replacement for a big blade, but you know, it has its place in the shop, and that is, well, cutting teeny tiny stuff. I gotta say, I'm gonna keep saying it probably every time you see me use this. I love my filler system here, right? The fact that I can kick this on and I can be like, oh, look at all that water filling up the saw. Don't have to move any buckets around. It's quite convenient. This saw, of course, is the Lortone TS10C 10-inch stainless saw. My dream saw. And in my opinion, it is the best trim saw on the market. Well, I guess I can't say that. It was the best trim saw on the market. It is now no longer on the market, being that it is no longer made. Their Covington Engineering did buy Lortone, but as of right now, all I have seen come out of them is more tumblers and not these cool machines like they used to make. So, unobtainium at the moment, but maybe that will change at some point. Maybe if everybody that watches this video emails Covington and is like, hey guys, get on it, bring back the TS10. Well, it's going to take a little bit. Real quick though, I will say most people use their trim saws incorrectly, and that is by forcing rocks through it, like pushing, right? Make the comparison, right, of, have you ever used like a hand saw for cutting wood, like an old manual saw? And well, if you push too hard or pull too hard, or, you know, I guess pushing too hard, you push too hard, that thing's going to kink up in the cut. Same thing. Cuts are meant to be easy. Cut smoothly. Let the saw do the work, and you're just there to support it. My only real criticism of the saw is the switch is way back here on the motor, and I could relocate it. I might do that at some point. Otherwise, it's not the worst thing in the world. I'm not going to show you all of them, but look at that little cute Thunderegg right there. That's friggin' adorable. I just finished cutting all those little Thundereggs, and after every time I use this saw, since it's just water, I take the hood off, I take the top plate off, get all this water, I wash this, I then remove the blade and oil it. So I'm gonna pull the blade, get all the water out of the saw, let everything dry off. The oil that I use for blades is Ballistol. Looks like this. I'll throw a link down in the description box, but this is the stuff that I use, and you won't have a rusty blade later on. Good. I cut a lot of little Thundereggs. You can see here that some of them did crumble and are not super great for this, but I did select these nine right here. Now you might be asking yourself, why did you select 9? Well, let me show you why I selected 9. Check this out. This is kind of a plus-sized display box, plus-sized perky box from Sean Stymack over there at Stymack Engineering. And look at this. That is a little 3-tiered mount display. And well, the idea here is to polish up those 9 tiny little Thundereggs, do some imaging of them, get them all mounted up here in their little display case, and I can have this as a good representation of what could potentially be found there. And I think that 9 right there is pretty dang good. We will get those all mounted up so that we can take them over to the flat lap. I do think that some of these may not take the very best polish. Can we do a little bit better here? How's that? Time will tell. We'll get this wet. You'll see what I'm talking about. Some of the rhyolite may not do the very best, but overall, these are some pretty good little Thundereggs. Doesn't take much. A little bit of CA glue here. I activate, so I put that there, hold it straight. And there we go. We have a little adopt stone. I'm just going to run up through the grits on these. Little pieces starting on 180. This is, of course, the important stage. Get any saw marks out. Let me show you one thing that I really like real quick. This is a reusable duster. You know, like you've seen those cans of compressed air? This is a reusable one. You can blow off your rocks and check for any scratches. I have heard and experienced how long it can take to polish Thundereggs, like a big flat on the Hi-Tech Diamond flat lap, and it does take a while. The key to doing Thundereggs on the Hi-Tech lap is to do Thundereggs of this size. Some of the rhyolite broke off of this one, but I'm going to roll with it because it's such a nice looking little Thunderegg. One thing that is missing since the move has been my light. I don't have a light over my lap here, so I have to remedy that. Getting ready to go through the 3000 grit here, and I feel like that might be it. I really don't want to take something like this and drive polish into it, like some cerium. That might be a little too much. And unfortunately, I don't have a 14K lap or a 50K lap. I should probably get some 50K laps or make some. But I think for the purposes of what I'm trying to do here, which is have like that little display of these Thundereggs, I feel like 3,000 might suffice. Well, we shall see. And I'm running about 1500 RPM, by the way. And this should be relatively quick. I did lose a DOP. Thankfully, I didn't lose the Thunderegg. That would not be fun. I feel like it's time for me to replace these laps. There's like little like humps in it that you can really only feel with something really, really small. And that's kind of comes from spending too much time in some places, and it's like a dip and a dip, and that does not make for good polishes. Not bad, not bad. So I got to get these off their DOPs, and the way we do that is by throwing them into some acetone, and they will soften up. These are the finished Thundereggs. You can see it's pretty good. Let's go take some photos. Once these were all polished up, I went over to my macro image system, which I do have a video on, by the way, and started to take some close-up photos of these little tiny Thundereggs, and I think they came out pretty good. We're going to look at a couple of these photos here, and you can just see like they're definitely high-quality Thundereggs. They're just small. You know, it's like looking into a little galaxy. And you can see in this one photo right here, there is a scratch, and obviously we don't polish for macro imagery, we polish for the naked eye generally. So this one here got away from me, but overall, I feel like these Thundereggs came out looking absolutely incredible. I think these are some beautiful images. They're high res, and really, it seems crazy that this type of technology is now available to commoners like myself, where I can head on over to a workbench and see things that otherwise would be invisible to the eye. I also mounted these up using some mineral tack on the little display case here, and they look amazing. These are absolutely incredible little Thundereggs, and I love the little display for them that I now have. And overall, just very happy with how this came out. You know, the Flat Lab makes short work of things like this, and hopefully you can have a little greater appreciation for the tiny rock and mineral world. It's something that I have thoroughly enjoyed learning about, and maybe you can enjoy it as well. You know, it gives another layer to this rock and mineral thing. Well, I think that about does it, everybody. There'll be links down in the description box of this video. If you want to check out any of these things, throw some links down there for you. If you're able to support this project and you want to see more educational content like this, I have a bunch of exclusive content over on Patreon. There'll be a link down to that as well. And thank you, and go ahead, throw me a like. I'll catch you in the next video.